So yes. Anyway.
Anyway,
there has been other things happening on the internet. Other fantastic things.
really?
Things that have happened on the internet that they said couldn't be done. I'm talking about
9 ramps.
9 ramps.
Okay.
9 ramps.
All right. They did say it couldn't be done.
They did. And you know what? Were they wrong?
They were wrong.
Let's go to the video.
Okay.
Strap in, folks. This is going to be serious. 9 ramps.
See, I got it all queued up.
We're pros. We are pros. Look at this. I'm already excited. I have seen, the Hulk showed up for this. How exciting can it be when the Hulk shows up?
We got to give props to this guy, OGDP.
OGDP, you are a boss, but you already got the nice house. So I guess, you don't need our help. By the way, I think at least 3 of those ramps are set up on Girl Scout cookies, which makes this even better. I think that right by the bulldozer, those Thin Mints. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That is epic. I mean, it's perfect.
And the landing, he nails better than Evel Knievel ever really did in life. He nailed it.
He nailed it. And look, there's an ambulance there.
They have medical crew on site in case there's an accident.
Yeah, I like that. That was a really nice touch. He absolutely nails it with this final jump.
Perfect. Look at the dog. Even the dog is freaking out. The dog is sitting there just like, whoa. R2-D2 showed up. I mean, this is the intergalactic. Yeah. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, but he nailed this.
So wait for this dog. Go come. Look at that dog. The dog is like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And look, the dog is impressed.
Evel is looking at the camera, the cape.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Flowing in the wind.
Flowing in the wind. Absolutely nails the landing.
Bam.
And he's like off. He's off.
Yeah, straight to the bar. He's just like, I'm going to go pop some corks, man. I'm
Get
done.
me some hookers. I'm at the bar.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, screw you, Snake River. I did it. 9 ramps. Suck it. The amazing thing, though, and I think everybody caught that, is that he did all that while fleeing from a tiger that had somehow escaped and got on the ramp.
Right. You know what? If he had jumped over some sharks, it would have been even better. But
there may have been a shark there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they said that couldn't be done, and they were wrong. They were dead wrong. It happened. That happened, and I seen it with my eye holes in my face. That's all I got to say about that. Amazing. If that person has a YouTube channel, I'm going to start following it because that's all I want to see. That is exactly why I have the internet. That is like reaching the end of the internet. The only thing that I needed to complete my life was a 9 ramp Evel Knievel toy jump with R2-D2, the Hulk, amazed sharks, medical crews waiting, escaped tigers.
Yeah, that was a
dogs,
nice touch.
Cats living together, Thin Mints. I mean, it was just there's nothing you could do in that video to make it better. Strippers, but there's literally nothing that you could do to make that video better. Nothing. It was amazing.
Well done.
It was perfection. Absolutely. ODGBRQ. You
Whoever
did great,
you are.
man. You are my hero, and I want to live in your house because it looks big enough that I could live there and you wouldn't even know.
Dog.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm losing my mind. So we're going to segue seamlessly now. We're professionals, folks. Watch us work. Into retro show. We're going to go retro on everybody.
Retro.
We went straight from the news of today.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting our time machine with Mr. Peabody, and we're zooming back to the 70s.
Evel
Knievel was jumping shit, and there was weird ass shows on television.
Oh,
so there used to be a show called Lost, which I never watched, and it was about I never watched it. It was about a plane wreck or something.
Oh, recently, you mean?
Yeah. But before there was that weird show that nobody knew what the hell was going on, was a show called Land of the Giants. which came out in the 70s. And there are some movies or some TV shows rather that happened in the 70s that I so vaguely remember that they're imprinted, but I don't recall everything. One of them was the show UFO, which we've talked about in the past.
Right.
Which again, I barely have any recollection of other than the Corgi toys that were generated from that.
Yeah.
Which were awesome.
They were incredible. Yeah.
And the other one was Land of the Giants. And if I recall correctly, like the vast majority of the people like lived in mouse holes.
Yeah. It was a lot of like, they totally, they did. They lived and they had like a sewing needle for a sword or something.
Right. I mean, it was just the concept. I think the concept is actually good. We should remake that movie with Evel Knievel toys. But yeah, it was just the concept. I don't know if they got there by climbing a beanstalk, or if it was an alternate dimension, or it was supposed to take place in the future. Do you know?
I think they were on another planet.
That might be right.
But the fun thing is, we'll check this later and look, and we'll see how wrong we are. But I think they were from another planet. But it was like it was almost like a random group of people. There was a couple of guys, there was a couple of ladies. It was almost Smith. It was almost like a Gilligan's Island mix of people.
Right, yes, right, yes.
It was a weird mix of people, and like one of the guys was, like you say, Dr. Smith. One of the guys wasn't super helpful, or I also have a very vague recollection. I remember them getting caught by the giants all the time.
Yeah.
And then they had to free them or something.
Yeah, and then they had to divide. So it was kind of like Land of the Lost with, instead of dinosaurs there's giants meets Hogan's Heroes, where every week they have to escape from the Stalag, and it's like, so oh no, we're caught by the giants. Well, what's going to happen? Oh, gee, I can only guess what's going to happen. You're going to devise this MacGyver-esque type scheme to, where you take a bottle of Coke and a sewing needle and a cork, and you shoot up, and then everybody climbs up, and they steal the guy from the bird cage that every giant apparently has, whatever they kept them under. I don't even know.
They always caught him and put him in the bird cage. Yeah.
Right. And then they slide down back into the mouse hole, and everything's fine. And the giants had not invented mouse traps yet. So.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I mean, the whole premise was just completely it was a very serious show. It was not meant to be comedic in any way. But in hindsight, it's a really stupid idea for a show. I mean, it's really, really dumb. But it was entertainment. And in the 70s, people were just happy they weren't reading books. So that's, it's like any TV show will fly. Anything.
Yeah.
You got
like 3 channels, maybe 4,
Right.
Like,
so there was another show out in that era called
Space 1999.
Space 1999.
Yeah. That show was great.
It was
incredible.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yep.
That was it. And that was made by the same guys that made the UFO episode.
Yeah, was there? I think so. I don't know if there was a tie-in or not.
No, there was no tie-in, but it was the same. I think it was the same people. Maybe. I don't know. Space 1999. That was incredible. And like you said, the Land of the Giants thing was a little bit like fuzzy in your mind, but Space 1999 is laser etched into my memory so clearly. And because everything about that show, it was so visual and scientific, and the acting was a little interesting but fun to watch, and the characters were fun. And
was Lauren Green in that, or am I thinking about Battlestar Galactica?
That's Battlestar Galactica.
Okay. All right. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's another episode.
That's a whole nother. Space 19. Even just the theme music. Do you remember and there's all the explosions and stuff on the moon, and they would show the upcoming in this episode. They would show stuff that would happen in the episode, and it was lasers, and remember Maya?
Didn't they like have the people's faces, and they'd be like different primary colors? Like it'd be like the girl that she had like blue around her, and the guy like green and then red or something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember that part. Yeah,
I don't know. I was on a lot of drugs when I was 6, so
yeah. But that was That was a great show. Even all the special effects were like spot on, really great. And the Eagles, remember the spaceships, the Eagles?
Eagle One. I remember that vividly because I had the big plastic toy.
Oh, yeah.
It had like 4 little pods, and then skids came out.
Yes.
And in the front, it had little action figures, and it would detach.
Yes.
And so that would, folks, I have no memory of anything except for toys. That's the only way I remember anything. If I don't have a toy, I don't know where my microphone is. That's how embedded toys are into my world.
But that was a great toy, though. That was so great. Yeah, because you could put the action figures in the front. There was like the hatch opened on the front, and you could put them in there. Yep. And then, yeah,
it was awesome.
That was incredible. Yeah,
it was very, very cool.
Do you remember Maya from that show? Do you remember Maya, the lady who could shapeshift?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
She was great. I think she's still acting these days. She's in some current show, but she was my favorite. I always loved her. And she would change into animals, and it would zoom in on her eye, and then it would zoom out, and she would be like a tiger or something. She was she wasn't the first season. It was like the first season, second season, and then they sort of changed it a little bit. And she might have been the
premise of the show. You're gonna have to remind me.
You don't remember this?
No, man. I remember the toys and Lauren Green. That wasn't even the right show.
All right. The premise of the show is that all radioactive waste from Earth is transported to the moon, and it's kept in like these dumps, and they they use the Eagles, they get it out there and they bury it on the moon surface, and apparently they made some kind of miscalculation, and the nuclear waste, radioactive waste, had a reaction, and it exploded, and it blew the moon out of Earth's orbit on September 13th, 1999.
Whoa, dude, this is laser etched in your brain. Wow.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's laser etched. Wow. And they go out of orbit, and like they made the decision, can we try and evacuate and get some people to Earth? And they're like, no, get back on the base. And no, the thing goes out of orbit, and it just travels through space, and they just do their thing.
Wow. And so the radioactivity makes her a shapeshifter, or is she an alien?
No, she was an alien. She came in like that was I think it was either the third or the second or third season. They introduced some new characters. They got rid of some old ones. They phased. There was an old science guy. He kind of got phased out. No. John Travolta.
Travolta.
Yeah. There was like a scientist guy. There was the commander, and then
wacky robot. Bing.
Yeah. Beady. I don't know. And then, but they introduced these other characters, like Tony, somebody was the security guy.
Soprano.
Yeah, I don't know. Tony. Hey, Tony. Hey, wait.
Hey, what you got to do with the waist? Hey.
Hey, you a security guy or what?
Hey,
Tony. And then Tony was like Maya's boyfriend, but he was whatever.
I already don't like him.
Yeah. But I love the special effects on that show. They were so good. And like you said, the toy things, the spaceships. Alien spaceships, man, just blew my mind, man. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was man. The toys of the 70s.
They made corgi eagles too.
Yeah,
like
I know they had the Thunderbird one. They had the Thunderbird one, and then that's from a different show, obviously. And then it had a little thing that came out in the middle. And then that opened up, and then it had a little tiny shuttle in it, little like this, like that big. And then I was like, oh yeah. Today they call that choking hazard, but back in our day, it was like, kill these fucking kids, man. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So I mean, the toys are so good. I mean, back in my day, we kids had something called imagination, and we'd go down to the 5 and dime store, and I'm serious, we actually had a 5 and dime store called Emmy Moses, and you'd buy a bag of army men for a nickel, and then you'd spend the next 16 years of your life playing in a sandbox with green army men.
Yep.
Because we had an imagination.